What killed your feelings for someone you were once madly in love with? I'll go first. They are the reason I asked God to take my baby back. Part of why I loved that person was because they gave me a sense of security. The first time we ever had a pregnancy scare, I said no, I wouldn't keep it. We're not in a real committed relationship. We're not married, and I don't want to be abandoned, so no, I wouldn't keep it. And they assured me that if something like that ever happened, they'd want the baby. They would be my partner in figuring it out. And then one day, I was late. And then I was very, very late. And then I was sick, nauseous. And then it was time to have a conversation. And when I tried to have that conversation, they wouldn't even look at me. They grew so quiet and just waited for me to leave. They didn't say anything. And then ignored every phone call and text message I sent them for 2 weeks. So I prayed every single day that the ancestors would do what I didn't have the strength to do. And on the 5th day, blood.
Wow, did you just listen to that video? That was so heartbreaking. And trust me, I do not blame this lady for wishing to go through a miscarriage, because imagine somebody promising to be there for you, somebody promising to, somebody that's giving you that level of security to be in a relationship with them. And after all that promises, this person still breaks your heart. This person isn't ready to listen to you. You're even trying to have a conversation with this person, and the person is ignoring your calls, ignoring your messages for 2 weeks, and you promise and you say you love that person. No, I do not blame her for wishing herself miscarriage. Welcome to this space. If you are new here, kindly subscribe. So in today's video, we are going to be listening to ladies talking about how they stopped loving the person they once loved so much. So enjoy the rest of the video, and I'm going to come at the end and give my reactions.
Another story time for one of the reasons why I fell out of love in my marriage with my ex-husband. It was prior to Valentine's Day, and I had asked him if he wanted to take the reins, because I'm normally the planner. I was the one that had the calendar and had to remind him when his mom's birthday was, when his dad's birthday was, when Mother's Day was coming up. I had to plan all of the events, all of our birthdays. For his birthday, I did 30 gifts for 30 days leading up to his 30th birthday. And I'm talking about actual gifts, like gifts, not like candy or snacks or trinkets. I'm talking about gifts, a Keurig, a freaking pair of shoes, a Louis Vuitton belt, things like that, for 30 whole days. But anyway, told him that I would like for him to do the Valentine's Day this year. And he said, sure, he obliged. He said he was down for it. I look on the kitchen counter, and there's a baking sheet and like strawberries dipped in chocolate on it. And then there's like an empty vase like directly behind it with a card. And I was like, oh no, like how are we gonna approach this? I'm gonna pretend like it doesn't bother me. I'm just gonna let him know, like, the flowers didn't arrive in time. I get it. It's Valentine's Day, whatever, things happen. And I was like, hi, happy Valentine's Day, good morning, good afternoon. And I go, thank you for the strawberries. And he's like, oh, I got the ones out of the fridge. And I was like, oh no. In the back of my head, I was like, oh no. The reason why those strawberries were still in the fridge is because I was waiting for trash day, because some of them had mold on them, and I didn't want to throw them in the trash and then they would start to smell. So, okay. And then I looked at the card and I opened the card and I was like, thank you, even though all he wrote was love, his name at the bottom, didn't say anything, didn't physically write anything personalized to me. And then I looked at the vase and I go, what happened with the flowers? And he's like, what flowers? I'm like, well, the vase is empty. You have this vase here with the card. So what happened with the flowers? Did they like not arrive in time? Were they coming tomorrow? He's like, I didn't get you flowers. I just needed something to rest the card up against. There's boy brain, there's guy brain, and then there's just like pure like, and I don't know what that was, but that low effort shit, I mean, bare minimum. And my high maintenance for expecting my husband of almost 11 years to plan something or to give me flowers on my Valentine's Day with him.
Wow, that must have been so heartbreaking for this beautiful lady. And did you see those strawberries? They look so tacky, not arranged and poorly arranged. Like the chocolates look like it's melting already on the strawberries.
why she lost feelings and dumped you. Now, from coaching hundreds of men over the last couple of years, what I found is that women tend to dump men for two main reasons. Now, there's other sub reasons underneath the two, but these are the two main things why your woman will get tired of you, lose feelings, and walk away. Number one is that she does not trust you. Now, this is very important to women because trust for women equals security. See, in a lot of ways, the feminine submits to the masculine. Now, whatever that's worth for you, okay? Each relationship is going to be different. But again, trust is very important to women. So if you say things constantly that you do not do, this will definitely turn her off over time and she will not feel safe and secure with you. Another way that men do this is that you're a needy, nice, insecure guy. And she finds over time that you only do things to please her to get a certain outcome. Okay, like you're not doing it because it's what you authentically mean or what you authentically want. You're only doing things to get an outcome on the back end. So you're nice because you don't want it to be upset. Okay. And this is why sometimes your woman will test you. She might be rude or disrespectful, and you don't even stand up for yourself. You can't communicate like, hey, I don't appreciate this. We don't talk to each other this way. Over time, she will lose respect for you and she will dump you. You can guarantee it. You need to find yourself and be able to stand your ground and communicate with love and stop being so needy. She doesn't want that from you. The second reason that I found is that you are not courting her properly. Okay. Women need to connect and bond with you. So you need to be planning dates. You need to be spending time together. If she has issues or problems, you need to be able to take some time out of your day, sit down and listen. All right. So you can be that person that she can go to discuss these issues. Over time, if she feels neglected or not prioritized, she will start to lose attraction and feelings for you and she will leave. Generally speaking, I'll say the most popular reason though is the trust. Stop being needy and always try to keep your word. Hope this is helpful. Peace.
Let's read it. Hey there, seeking advice on a situation. I've been married for 6 years and my gut tells me something's off. I don't feel loved and often initiate physical affection without much response. When I am sad or even not too well, he just doesn't seem to care. Like my pain means nothing to him. Even during intercourse, I feel like it's one-sided. When I bring up our relationship, he diverts the topic on house matters or the kids. I've talked about it, but no change. Even just basic conversation, it's like I'm saying nothing. Nothing matters. If it wasn't for the kids, I would have left him. But I can't make the kids struggle. He provides financially, and I appreciate that. But I am losing all feelings for him. Any advice would be helpful. Thanks.
Losing interest in
I'm the
men.
only one that feel this way to my women. It's just like I am losing interest in men day by day. Like, I don't even look at men the same, especially black men. I mean, once upon a time, when you would see a decent looking man and it's like it would just spark your interest. It's just like the interest is just not there anymore. A lot of women speaking out about dating and they're saying that the dating pool is horrible, that, you know, they out here and the men just don't have nothing to offer. And what I'm seeing is you got more men out here now that's looking for help and that want a woman to support them in financially. You got more men out here that's needy than you do women. It's almost like as time go on, the women are becoming more independent. They're getting their stuff together more and more and more, and the men are becoming more dependent. And when I tell you that has just lowered my interest so bad, it has lowered my interest so bad to where, like, when I'm out now and men approach me, it's like I just don't have the interest to respond. I don't even have the interest to really just see them or to pay attention to them. Like, that's what my interest level is with men. It's almost like I don't even much see them. People press me about marriage. Folks press me about dating. Like, y'all don't know how hard it is out here to meet somebody that's equally yoked to you, that can give you everything you need. Not everything you want, but everything you need. Like, y'all press folks about marriage and dating and relationships like it's just so easy to meet your mate out here, and it's not. It's really not, honey. The men ain't men no more. The men are not providing and protecting anymore. And women are just losing interest more and more every day. And we are becoming the providers ourselves. And
Asked for more stories for why I fell out of love with my ex-husband. Here they are. And by the way, yes, of course there's more stories than just one isolated incident. Like, how immature are some people to think that that's, oh, he didn't plan your birthday one time. She divorced him. Ooh. Anyway, so this time we were still living back in Florida, and we were in Fort Lauderdale. And let's just put it this way. There's another story to cover this more broadly, but sexual compatibility is a thing, okay? And let's just say my ex had issues. And for me, I had never really experienced sex with anybody but him. So I wanted to enjoy our sex life. I wanted to figure out ways for me to be able to enjoy it. And with that, I had asked him, like, how do you feel about toys? And he was very threatened by them. Obviously, I would be too if I couldn't perform. And we decided to go to a sex store and just look around and see what they had, and maybe to see what could help or information, whatever. In Fort Lauderdale, I think we were in Hollywood, we go to a sex shop. And I try to explain lightly to the cashier / the only person working at the time. This is my issue. This is what we've agreed upon. Nothing like this, nothing like that. Maybe something like this. I'm not really sure. Guidance, right? And the guy was like, yeah, you're gonna go down that little hallway right there. Look at the shelf right there. It's gonna be 2 things. And he's like telling me to where to go. This guy runs in with a bandana covering half his face. Pulls the gun out, puts the gun on the cashier, tells the cashier to empty out the drawer, give him all the money. The other guy immediately runs in right behind him, comes and puts the gun to my face. I am actually super surprised that they didn't ask me for my purse. They didn't ask me for anything that I was wearing, my ring, nothing. They didn't ask me for anything. But the guy had a gun to my face. And my ex-husband just kind of like stood there. And I'm not saying that he's a pussy, but let's just put it this way. He's not alpha, overtly masculine. He's not that guy. He's never been that guy. It's my own fault for, in my head, thinking like, damn, I wish he would have done that when I married him, knowing that he wasn't that guy. But again, I had no experience, so I didn't know any better. But anyway, yeah, I was pretty disappointed, feeling like he wasn't protecting. And even when the guys all ran out with the money and took off in their getaway car, he didn't even come for me like, are you okay? I get it. Sometimes people handle things in a certain way, and he was shocked. But I just didn't like that I didn't feel protected with him, ever. I didn't feel safe. And that was a big thing for me too.
I totally agree with what this lady is saying here. A man is actually supposed to be a woman's protector, because listening to what this woman said, he didn't even care to check on her after the robbers left. You get it? So for her, that must have pissed her off a lot. I think men should realize that women are emotional beings. Like, we are so emotional that when a relationship is going south, and we try as much as possible to make it work, and if the man is not responding, he's not being responsive to the changes this woman is trying to make in a relationship that is going bad, it gets to a point when the woman is tired of it all, and she just starts losing interest. She just starts losing that feeling she once had for you. She's not even ready to make that discussion or that conversation with you. She just wants to move on. And once a woman gets to that level, trust me, that is the end of it all. The men should also realize that women are so independent now. So if you're going into a relationship with a woman, you should be ready to bring a lot to the table. Women are providers now. Women are taking care of families now. So if you're going to be that man that is not ready to, match up or meet up to the level or the standard of this woman, then I'm sorry to say you're just a lazy man. You're just a lazy man and you're not ready to do anything. And once a woman sees a man is just there, lazy, not doing anything, not bringing anything, you're just waiting for the woman to go work and bring all the money back home, trust me, she's going to get tired one day and she's just going to move on. So guys, I hope you enjoyed listening to the stories of these women. So many lessons to learn from these stories. Thank you for sticking around with me today. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share if you can, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Thank you and bye bye.